All right, it is February 25th. We're going to get started on another day. Kind of outline here what we're going to be trying to get done for today, and then got some parts to show you, and then we're going to get started on the day's activities. All right, so last episode we got these pieces made. Added a little bend in the corner there, just with a piece of scrap 1/8 inch plate that lets this seal come in and make a real nice bend in there. So what the goal for today is, we're going to get these put on so we can get this picked off, set back over there. I don't really want to do all the finish welding in here, you know, these locations down there. I don't want to do all that with it here on the truck and risk spatters getting on my cab, my paint, all the work I've done on the truck, or fuel tanks right there. That's kind of a big deal. So I want to get all these doors in to give it some more support so that it doesn't want to try to buckle or anything. So get these doors where these gaps are, and then move it and set it back over here on our sawhorses so we can do the finish welding. Got some goodies here. BoydWelding.com. I got all my aluminum. These fittings here are aluminum. These are stainless pieces that I just got off of Amazon. But aluminum cap, a piece of stainless up pipe, another bung for a pump. I was lazy. I didn't want to make 90 degrees, so bought a set of those. This for our fuel tank. This is a stainless steel shut-off solenoid, 3/4 inch. This is how we're going to turn our fuel on and off going into the tank. Got lots of various wiring pieces, Deutsch connectors. These are some splitters, 1 to 2-way splitters. Got some 1 to 3-way splitters. Got some more 3/4 pieces. Forgot what's in there. Got some angled 3/4 pieces to run the plumbing. Also got this piece. This is it's what I'm going to use when I redo my air system. So when I pull this off, I'm going to replace both back airbags because they're mismatched. So I want them to be the same so that it'll sit level. I've got a lot of leaks in my air system. My shut-off solenoid the dump solenoid is leaking. There's a couple of other pieces. I've got another spot under this side of the truck already pre-wired and everything for another compressor. So I'm going to get a second compressor set, 2 more compressors and another tank, mount it over here, replace the compressors. I may just buy the same setup twice and mount it over there and do 2 new setups. But I'm going to feed this with a half inch line, and then break off of this to come, left rear bag, right rear bag. I'll need 1 port to power the new dump solenoid that I've got, and then another port for a gauge. And then when I do my front air, I'll be able to put 2 more ports there. So what I'm planning on doing is using this as a manifold, feeding it half inch from both sides, connecting both tanks together, and running it all under one system. I'll put a shut-off solenoid on either side of this where I can shut it off and run it totally off of one system. And as long as both systems don't go down at the same time, we should be good. Not a shut-off solenoid, just a quarter turn valve. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on getting these installed on the doors. I got to come in and clean up the inside where I use the torch. So just run the grinder along the inside and then fit that up to it and weld it up as well as we can. Just at least get it good and heavy tacked on, and then I can come in here, take all the bolts out, pick this up, move it over there, and be ready to go at that point. So let's set y'all up over here and we're going to get to it. Oh, I forgot. This is some more Z-track to finish out what's going to go across here and right there on the end. So should have all the Z-track that I need now. Been just storing parts in the truck. It's been beneficial. Back seat's getting full. Going on another day. It's February 26th. I did get that just tacked in yesterday. That's about all that I got done. We got a new box blade and needed to add all the counterweight to it. We use that mostly as a counterweight on the farm for the tractor, so added about 700 pounds to it. Okay, what we're gonna get done today is we're gonna get these edges trimmed off. Whoa, there we go. We're gonna get these edges trimmed off. That will give me a little better options to come in here and clamp, because I needed to pull that way just a fraction of an inch, just to counter it just a little bit. But I couldn't get anything in there to grab it, so I gotta buzz these off, and I wanna make sure they're right. So first off, I'm gonna get the grinder and grind that little weld off right there so it's flush, and then make sure it measure all the way across. I want it to look even, so we're gonna do that first, and then we'll get these two sides welded in. Flip over to that side, do the same thing. Weld those two sides in, get that side buzzed off, and then we'll use the backhoe, pick it up, bring it back over here, clean this whole area up, and set it down over here again. So set y'all up and we'll get started. right. I had to come back and weld that piece back in. For some reason, this cut ended up a little bit shallow. I mean, it wasn't much, but it was gonna be visible. So really like the way that profile's looking. Down the side. Nice little even stick out all the way around. I'm gonna go through and do this to the rest of the doors is all we're gonna do. Just come in, weld them in. Light ain't very good, but Odie will. Come in and weld these doors in, just get them good and tacked like this where they ain't gonna go nowhere. And then we'll pick this thing up and set it over yonder. Got the bed over here. Pulled it off sideways so it's sitting a little funny, but we pulled it over here with the backhoe. Got it sitting over here. What we're gonna do now, finish weld all the way around, grind those seams smooth, weld this seam all the way out, grind it smooth. We won't weld this piece because this is removable, but weld this solid, weld that solid. Come inside the boxes, weld this seam, that seam, this seam, that seam, all the way over, up and down, inside out. Come in, grind this flush so that you can slide straight across it and not touch anything. This is gonna have to be ground down some. These are gonna be ground down some, all the welding inside of here, inside of there. We got a day, probably, or at least better part of it, just finish welding the inside of these boxes, because when we pick this up again, we're putting it back on the truck. We're gonna skin it for the deck, put it back on the truck, lock it down, skin it for the deck, and then start the headache rack coming across. We won't put this side of the headache rack on yet because we got to get the tank done. But before we do that, we got to come in here, cut us a piece to fit in here, sit inside of that, weld it all the way around. Lots and lots of work left to do. So, I don't think y'all need to see a time lapse of all that. Got to weld this seam, weld the seam, grind it flush. It's going to take some time. So I don't think y'all need to be a party to all that. So we will catch up back with you when that is done.